Continuing with tables and styling, we have the word just end here, but I just decided now just to have one more thing so I can teach you span. What is span? Within this table, like within this cell, we might have different words that we want highlighted or done things to differently. So for example, I'm just going to change this first, maybe the class teacher's name. Okay, so we might have the teacher's name. So let me see, teacher is Nicole Jackson, and then the next line after we want the word end, and then TD. Okay, notice how sometimes I leave in one line only when it is small, only just a few things in the line, but when there's a lot, it's easier to read if you break it down into different lines. Open TD, close TD, and here's the text is still aligned, and it's called span over 3 columns. But notice the difference. Now what is the difference here? Okay, we have this. Now if for example we didn't put the line break, it will appear in the same line. But what if we want just her name highlighted? Notice I cannot just put it inside this because it'll highlight the whole thing. I can't do that. So what I'm going to do is there's a useful tag called span. It just spans, yeah, it just spans whatever decoration that you specify onto the area of text or whatever is there, this particular decoration, whatever you want, just only applies to that decoration or whatever it is. Okay, so in this case I would have to create a style, a new style, just like important, but this time I'm going to call it teacher style. So every time a teacher name appears, we are going to style it in this particular way. Okay, it's just a background color of it's a good background color for a teacher, pink. Hey, gold would be good. Okay, and then the semicolon, right? And look at the indenting, always useful. Didn't mention within the CSS as well, the indenting matters. Okay, so this curly brackets, open, close, and inside that's all indented. Alright, so here is a dot which means user defined classes. So here's background color gold, and now it's called teacher style. So I'm just going to have to say span inside that class equals teacher style. Okay, in other words, apply that teacher style only to Nicole Jackson. Notice how the span opens here and closes here. So it's only what is within that the style is applied to. Okay, so let's look at this one. So Nicole Jackson, that's gold, but oh, the gold does not look like the way I want. It certainly is just looking like yellow. So let's do another color. Maybe pick a color from the HTML color picker. Let's really pick gold. Okay, if that looks anything like gold, let's pick that one. Okay, and then this is where knowing the color number is exactly way better than just writing words. Okay, so here's Nicole Jackson in gold, and that is a style that you created. Okay, was not just applied to a normal tag like TD or TH or whatever. It was applied to a span tag, because within the tag itself, whatever text was there, we didn't want it to be applied to everything. We just wanted it to be applied to her name, the teacher name. So it's teacher style. Notice I can use it for anything else as well, but I've labeled it that way. So whenever on the website the teacher's name appear, it'll be highlighted in gold. Okay, so there it is. That one's done. Not gold. Yeah, well, kind of gold. Okay, so that part is done there. Let me see what else needs to be done. Okay, I just want to show you again what happens if the table border is missing. sometimes you might want to have a layout on your website that is well aligned, that tables allows you to arrange the data on your web page. But if you don't want it to appear like a table, you can remove the borders and it just looks like just a layout, neat layout. But in this case, okay, there it is. Okay, it doesn't, well, this one kind of shows its tables because I've got different things here and highlighted, but if you just had text or some image here and there with the same background, you wouldn't even know it's tables, okay, if you didn't want the border. But if you want to see the border, there it is. Whoops, in the wrong place. Okay, so we save that and refresh, and there's the borders. Okay, and what else do we need to cover with tables?